Let's move on to our second main topic today. And our second main topic today gets submitted to us by Maxi S, who writes, 4 of the 5 spots for Best Director at the upcoming Oscars seems to be clear. Bong Joon-Ho for Parasite, Quentin Tarantino for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Martin Scorsese for The Irishman, and Sam Mendes for 1917. Who will be the fourth? You probably meant who will be the 5th. Todd Philips, Joker, who got a Golden Globe nomination with the other 4, but didn't receive a Critics' Choice Award. That's not really, doesn't mean too much. Or Noah Baumbach for Marriage Story, who missed out on the Golden Globe nominations. Thanks a lot for sending in the question, man. And you know what, Maxi? I actually have to kind of agree with Maxi. I think at this point, the way we're seeing all these different award bodies forming up here, it does kind of look like 4 of the 5 spots are settled.
Yeah.
And I kind of agree with that. The question then becomes, who's the 5th? And they raise a couple of ones. I think, Todd could definitely be one of them for Joker. We could get one for Marriage Story. That's a movie that's got a lot of heat behind it right now. It's not just who I hope does. I'm going to guess this is who I actually think is going to get that 5th spot. It's not just that I hope they do. I think this is who will. I think it's going to be Taika Waititi, because I think the Academy is going to look at what he did with Jojo Rabbit, with the fact that it's an incredibly hard-hitting, dark look at a certain time in our history, while being incredibly hilarious, while being incredibly emotional. Like, he pulled off something as a director that is not easy to do. And, the first thing I said, Rob, when I came out of Jojo Rabbit was, I knew Taika Waititi was good. I didn't think he was this good. And right now, Jojo Rabbit is still my #1 favorite film of the year at the moment. So I believe this is the 5 you're going to see, because I agree with Maxi, Rob. I think Bong Joon-Ho, Quentin Tarantino, Martin Scorsese, Sam Mendes, I believe those 4 spots are locked. We don't know that 100% for certain, but I'm feeling pretty good about that, and like Maxi does as well. And I think that 5th spot goes to a Taika Waititi at this point. Rob, as you look at this list we've got, I mean, Tarantino, Mendes, Scorsese, Ho, when you're looking at this, we know there's probably only 1 director spot left in play. Who do you see as the major players, and ultimately, who do you think is going to be the one that gets that final spot?
Well, I think, you might be right about this. The Taika Waititi thing, the thing about Jojo Rabbit is that, like you said, it's not an easy thing to do. He's juggling all kinds of different stuff, and he was able to keep it together. Now, Noah Baumbach, Marriage Story is getting a lot of buzz, and a deeply personal movie for him. But again, you have 2 great performers, but the story isn't. I think it's more grounded, more down to earth, whereas I think what Jojo Rabbit did was a lot harder to do as far as movies are concerned, to juggle. I mean, on one hand, it's satiristic. I mean, a movie about a kid with an imaginary Adolf Hitler best friend could go very wrong in so many different ways.
And it can go south fast.
And the fact that he was able to pull it off, I think that's a good bet. Although, maybe they'll go for like, I haven't seen Little Women, but Greta Gerwig maybe, which is interesting because her and Noah Baumbach are a couple, and they just had a child together. But I could see them wanting to get a woman director in there. But again, I don't know. So I think, Taika Waititi is probably as good a bet as any.
Question here is, guys, do you agree with Maxi and Rob and I that you think those 4 spots are kind of locked and now we're just looking at a 5th? If so, who do you think that 5th spot goes to? Jump down to the comment section below and let us know what you guys think. All right.